Greetings, Advantage reps and employees. This is Jeff Kelberg and Roy Hall, and we have an exciting opportunity to talk to you today about that we have with Bose. And we're going to be auditing retail stores for Bose across the country. We're going to do that in March, and then we're going to do it again in April. And this is leading to great job opportunities for Advantage and for you guys, because we have additional projects that we're working on with Bose right now as well. So this could be leading to something really exciting for us. So first and foremost, I just want to give you kind of a high level of what it is that we're going to be doing on this project, which starts on Monday the 7th. At the end of the day, it's an audit, and the audit is taking place in a number of different retailers. We're going to use Best Buy as the example for this project because it has the most number of displays, and you won't see more displays than any other retailer. There aren't that many things that you need to do when you go through these displays. First and foremost, the audit is intended for you to check for functionality. If the display is not functional, we're going to ask you to power it off, and then bring it back up to power. If it is still not functional, we'll have you call the Bose 800 number from the store, and that information is going to be in your PIs. The next thing that we're looking for you to do is, does the display look good on the shelf? Do you need to adjust it a little bit to get it centered? Make sure that the pricing is there, and just make sure that there's inventory beneath the product if there's a spot for that. And the last piece that is of primary importance to Bose is that clean and bright. Bose is absolutely fanatical about clean and bright, and we are shipping you the materials to be able to clean their displays. So we'll be asking you to clean the actual display as well as the inventory underneath of it. If the boxes are looking dusty or unclean, we're going to want you to clean those off too. So those materials are scheduled to arrive at everyone's homes on March 4th, 2016. Now, a few important reminders for you for this project. Same-day reporting is required. So you're required to complete your call report no later than 11:59 p.m. of the same day that you go to and do this audit. So consequently, you're going to need your smart device. A photo is required for every display that is audited. In a Best Buy store, that could be 4, 5, or 6 different displays, and we'll need a picture for each one of those. Bose requires 100% photo compliance. That means that if you have 6 displays, we have to have a photo for each one of those displays. Absolutely essential. If we don't have a photo, we're going to have to get one. So please understand that this is 100% compliance required on the photos. The call report is critical. There are going to be a lot of questions in there, and we need for you to answer these questions properly, because we're going to be going through them every day to make sure that there are not follow-up issues for us to go through. Now, the schedule is still evolving a little bit. In fact, we've been asking you to spread the stores out because it's very heavily weighted on the first day of the project. We don't want that. Once the schedule is finalized at the end of this weekend, which is on March 6th, we're asking you to stick to the schedule 100%. And the reason why this is critical that you follow the schedule at 100% is that Bose is going to be following some of our visits and conducting an audit. And the audit on is basically to determine if we're doing our job well. Because at the end of this project, if we've done a great job for Bose, there's going to be much more business for us to have with them, which is great because they're a fantastic vendor and sell great equipment. So now, what are the materials that you'll need to be successful? You're going to need the instructions that Roy has put together. You're going to need flat and Phillips head screwdrivers, one of each. You're going to need to bring the cleaning materials that we've provided to use. As I said before, Bose is absolutely fanatical about clean and bright, and we need for you to be so too. And the last material that you're going to need, obviously, is your smart device. Now on to Best Buy. I think we all know by now that LELO is a requirement for Best Buy, and the instructions for LELO are built right in, so it's there convenient for you. The next thing that is important is there's a display chart which has been put together, and we have a display chart for each retailer. In this case, what is being shown to you right now is the display chart for Best Buy. You will have displays to audit in each part of the store that it demonstrates. And so here are a couple of definitions that you need to know. It could say all. By that it means this display is in all Best Buy stores. It could say select stores, in which case that means that some stores will have this display. It could also say either or, which means the list of displays that are under either or, you're going to have one of those to audit. Additionally, to help you identify the display that you're auditing, there are stickers on the majority of these displays on the side of the display, and it'll help you identify the name of the display, because Bose uses very interesting names and unique names for their displays. Okay, so the only display that we're going to talk about specifically on this call, because the intent is just to have you understand what it is that we're asking you to do, but as an example of that, we have the hammer display. It's called the hammer display, and it is for headphones, and this display is in all Best Buy stores. What we want you to do is listen to each of the headphones and check the volume for each of the headphones and ensure that you've got clear sound, that there's no crackling or any distortion taking place. Check to see that the monitor is functioning and that the content is playing. If anything is not functioning, we're asking you to power the display off and then power it back on. This is basic level 1 functionality. There isn't much more that we're asking you to do, and we definitely don't want you to take the display apart. That is not a requirement from Bose. In fact, they don't want us doing that. They just want us to try to power on and power off. If it is still not functional, as stated, there is an 800 line in 800 number that is listed in these instructions, which you are required to call Bose while you're in the store. They're going to ask for your name and the company that you work for, as well as the Best Buy store that you're in. They may give you a couple of troubleshooting ideas, but at the end of the day, the real point behind this is for us to log the issue with the 800 line so that Bose is aware of this. And this will also show up in your PI that you'll need to be responding appropriately. And now Roy's going to take you through the picture requirements for this project. Here you go, Roy.
Thanks, Jeff. It's pretty clear in the last page of our instructions. We've given some examples, some descriptions of what a photo should be, and also what a photo should not be. There's a good example of what a photo should be listed below each of those categories. I just want to go over this again to make sure that we're clear that photos are our number one requirement. It's how Bose will judge all of us. As a good metric of our performance, we're looking for one photo of each display upon departure. That's after you've stocked the display, after you've made it clean and bright, after you've ran through any troubleshooting for functionality. A couple things we want to try to avoid will be out of focus photos, photos taken from a long distance or too close, so that parts of the display are cut off in the image, and any photos taken from angles. We understand in some situations there will be no other option but to take the photo from a slight angle. Just try to keep that angle to a minimum. We're not trying to take anything at a severe angle. That eliminates the ability to see all components of the display. With that said, when you're in your Jet Mobile app, it's recommended for this project that you capture the photos in the application while you're standing in front of the display. That should eliminate any confusion. You'll take a photo of the display immediately after you finish working it. Especially important in a Best Buy where you could potentially be looking at a dozen display types in store. Always check the photo in the application after you take it. You will be prompted with a preview what that photo looks like. If you see any of the things we've called out here, out of focus, any distortion or blur, you're going to want to start over and simply retake that photo. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so much for your time and attention on this call. Remember, it's an important audit for Bose. Stick to your schedule. Bring your materials clean and bright. Power the display on and off if it's not functional. Call the 800 line if it is not functional, even after you've recycled the power. After that, best of luck to you, and we look forward to a very successful project. Once again, thank you.